Alright, YouTube, you know what it is. It's your boy Big Will back with another episode. Life after prison. Let's run it, peeps. Let's get right into it. What's the word, people? You already know. So listen, on this episode, on this video, I'm going to talk about how we have a little fun when we're in prison. When we got nothing else to do with our time. We get the smart idea that we get the right person to make us some what they call home brew. We call it alcohol or rah-rah juice. Many different people call it a lot of different shit, right? But when you make a batch of brew, you get the like, it's hard because in jail they don't give you real sugar, right? So it's hard to get like the ingredients. So you make do what you get. So we'll get a big bag of Kool-Aid. We'll use the fruits from our meal. It's a lot easier when you're in a unit where you eat in the unit, because a lot of places don't let you bring your apples or your oranges back to the unit, right? Back to your block, whatever. So, but it's but they'll end up, what they get is they'll end up using they'll have to order sugar from canteen, which is in the Kool-Aid, which is, you know, there's a lot of sugar, but there's not much. But you'll get the fruits from your, like I said, from your meal, you know. And if you get pears, cut up pears or pineapples in your tray. Not really, I don't think I've ever had pineapples in jail. But we'll get pears, we'll get peaches. We don't get grapes, cherries, nothing like that really. But you just get apples and oranges, you know. I've had a whole pear maybe once in my life. They don't usually order pears. It's just apples and oranges, that's all they order. But what they'll do is they'll, you know, mix all that shit in with hot water. You got to get bread for the yeast. So you'll have somebody get a brand new sock down from canteen, or someone will put in for a brand new laundry bag because it's got holes in it. They'll mix all that shit together. They'll mix the bread in one, they'll mix all the fruit in another. They put them in socks because you got to squeeze it out and put it in a big plastic bag, put some warm water in it, tie it in a thing, and you got to hide it someplace. And with the yeast and all of that mixing together, it makes a chemical reaction, and it blows the bag up, right? So you got to burp it every once in a while, and when you burp it, you can tell someone's making brew. You can, like, the whole block smells, you know. So you gotta have somebody that don't care if they go to the hole, but you gotta have somebody good, you know, somebody that's not in a lot of trouble all the time, where they're not gonna be under the radar to have their cell searched if they're gonna make it in their cell. If you get a worker and you can hide it in the closet, you know, if you got a unit where the COs don't go crazy and they're not searching the closets and looking to see how many dustpans are there, if, you know, if they're returned or not, it's somehow easier to make it, you know. With that being said, usually right around the holidays, New Year's, New Year's, Thanksgiving, somebody will start making it so you can have a Christmas batch, and you'll have, you know, want to have some left over for New Year's. Some guys get the bright idea, they want to make it on 4th of July, shit like that, you know what I mean? But you have all that shit in there, and you, like I said, you just let it ferment, and it just sits in the bag and it ferments. And every few days you check on it before the bag blows up, and you burp it. You shut it down, you leave some air, and you just let it ferment. You sit there. Try to keep it in a warm place. If you keep it near a vent or something like that where it's heat, where the heat gets to it, it ferments faster. With that being said, it was probably 2008, right around Christmas time. We all had the bright idea that we're going to make brew over the holiday season. Well, like I said, limited supplies. So we you know, we were workers. We had access and places to where you can we had access to places where you can hire it and stuff like that. So we got one guy starts making his brew. I want to say it was Angelo Pavo. If anybody knows him, if he sees this, I believe it was him that made it. I'm not 100% sure back then. I forget who made it, to be honest with you. Might have been Johnny Tex. But anyways, they go in, we make the brew. We had some illegal narcotics come in through the through the court proceedings. Someone went to court, brought them back in for us. Might expose all our ways, but let's say we got our narcotics in and we had a batch of homebrew. I don't think it was fully made when we decided to break it open, and now that I think about it, I believe it was Carlos da Silva that made it. But I don't think it was completely made. But we were all just fuck it, right? It's the holiday season. Let's run this. The most disgusting shit you'll ever taste. Oh my god. It did not get me drunk, or anybody for that matter. The only thing it did to us was fuck up our holiday. It fucked up our holiday. For one, everybody was throwing up. We call it like this bug from the whatever was brewing inside that bag. The mold and the yeast. Oh, it was horrible. It was disgusting. You would take a cup out and you would just see this shit. Oh, just floating in it, and you're seeing people chew on the peels from the apple and the oranges, and they're thinking it's, oh yeah, we're gonna get hammered, and the only thing everybody did was get sick. For the next 2 days, people were shitting so much green shit out of them. We were about to run the whole unit down to medical. They're calling people to work, and people, oh, I'm sick, I can't get up, what's going on? Oh, we had a virus run around the unit. The cop that was on, Carrero, at that time, we were in 1 West. For some of you who know where we were in Dartmouth, Carrero was on, and he knew that we had made it, but he didn't care. He didn't bother us. You know, he was a few years from his retirement, and he was just there to do his job. That's it. He didn't care. He didn't bother us. You know, but everybody was sick, and he was calling people to work, and no one was showing up, and what the fuck's going on? Oh, I'm sick. And, you know, we think a bug ran around the unit, until he showed us, yeah, here's the bag that the bug was in, you know, and someone just decided, oh, let's just throw it right out in the trash barrel, and it stunk. The shit stunk in the trash barrel. Oh, it was horrible. But yeah, it was an episode that brought me to drink homebrew once, and I'll never do it again. It's one of them, I'll try it once, nothing favorable, and you don't go back to it. With that being said, knock on wood, I don't ever have to drink jail homebrew again. If I ever do go back, I would never drink it again. For any of you who plan on going to jail, or in and out of the court systems, and you know, you think you're going to be doing a bid, don't drink the homebrew. You won't like it. If you do like it, holy shit, you're a better man than me, that's for sure. But it ain't nothing to brag about. All you do is, you might, and if you're getting a little lightheaded, or you know, you're feeling a little intoxicated, you got to get the right person to make it. You got to get someone that knows what they're doing, who has enough time to make it, and sit there for the right amount of time. And even at that, it's going to taste horrible. You know, the shit doesn't taste good at all. It's not like cracking open a beer or a mixed drink and you're thinking, oh, this is going down smooth. It's not like that at all. It stinks. It tastes disgusting. But when you're in jail, you make do with what you got. You know what I'm saying? And I don't recommend it to anybody. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, it's your boy Big Will. Let me know in the comments below. Would you try homebrew if you went to jail? Is that something that you got on your, let's say, your checklist, your to-do list? If I ever go to jail, let's have homebrew. If you do, you're sadly mistaken, you know. But like I said, everybody, like and subscribe. Hit them buttons. They don't. It's free. It's free. Go in there and click that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Be part of the stories that we tell. You know, you might learn something from it. But as always, here's my mission. Listen, stay out of jail. You can go to the package store. It'll cost you the same thing to get a 6-pack as they're gonna charge you for a cup of homebrew, and you're gonna like it. You'll probably get a buzz. You know, stay out of jail. Do the right thing in life. Be an honorable citizen. Take care of your family. You'll be better off in life. You won't get sick from drinking that shit, you know. But as always, it's your boy Big Will. Salute to all my real ones. I'll see you on the next one. Life after prison. Peace.